One final task?
It's not to take down.
No! Susato-san.
In some places, that's called a concussion.
It's fine.
Good morning, Gino. Cool.
Glad we had this talk.
Hello everybody, KBTV on the Sun, and welcome back to the very randomest of jurors that we're about to be introduced to.
Seriously, is no one going to address the terrorist all the way to the right?
Not at all.
Have we seen Juror 3 before? Because he
Oops.
looks familiar.
Oops. I did not mean to do that, but alright.
Former lieutenant in the British Army here, don't you know? Like me, we're born ready.
Who am I juror? Oh, I'm juror number 2. I'm just juror number 2. Okay.
Clean cockery, clean cutlery, and a clean conscience. His lordship's motto is very appropriate here, I think.
Everything will... yeah, I don't even know what accent to go with this guy.
Remember when I said there was a stereoscopic fanatic?
Oh no.
That's him.
Stereoscopic 3D will be the future! Says the 3DS dying in a gurgle.
Everything will be stereoscopic in the future. Absolutely everything. And I'm ready for it.
You made this dude sound like a maniac, and I'm kind of here for it. I don't understand it! I can't have left it in there! This is not possible! But could I have?
Winning is fit for the society. Stop. Female-centric future awaits. Stop.
Bro.
Good day. I am visiting London for sightseeing. I would like to take a bus to Crystal Tower, please.
Bro!
God, what?
Is something wrong, Bruno?
Bro!
Oh, not exactly, it's just...
Not that one, no that one.
I'm fairly
that
sure
one.
I recognize these
No that
jurors.
one. No that one.
Almost
Kind
all
of.
of them, in fact.
Hey, Naruhodo, that 6th juror is the one that Jones thought you were!
Really? Funny coincidences like that do happen from time to time, don't they?
Oh, he wasn't a terrorist, he was a Russian revolutionary, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But it is quite strange. The jurors are chosen at random from London's 6 million inhabitants, you know.
I don't think 6 is actually a resident of London?
You think
No. I
6
am
million
visiting.
or 6?
I
Hey,
am
no.
visiting London, and I apply to be a resident here in great city London. I wish to see Crystal Tower.
So I've been led to believe, but something tells me I'm being duped. Big time.
Very well. Now, Lord Van Zeeks.
The great British Empire might be made up of idiots.
I cannot confirm nor deny that claim. The court calls upon the prosecution to introduce the facts of the case.
As you wish, my lord. Allow me to begin with a word of warning to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury. In short, there's never been a more self-evident case of cold-blooded murder. The victim, Mr. Pop Windybank, proprietor of a pawn shop on Baker Street, was shot from behind and died instantly. The prosecution presents this photographic print of the crime scene. As the court will observe, there is a single bullet wound just below the gentleman's left shoulder. The evidence suggests that the bullet pierced the man's heart, resulting in near-instant death. Moving on to the findings of Scotland Yard's coroner. His report states that the bullet entered the body on a rising diagonal trajectory.
And what's that supposed to tell us?
It went at an angle.
Oh, thank you.
It means The victim was likely shot by someone significantly shorter in height than himself. Someone like the accused, you might say.
Oh,
Prosecution wishes to present the autopsy report and crime scene photograph as evidence, my lord.
Indeed. The court accepts. Hand them to the bailiff, please. The autopsy reports. A report prepared by the Scotland Yard coroner that confirms instant death due to a single bullet wound from the back. I should use it to get that head shock. There are no other signs of trauma.
Bro, did you shoot Sonic?
I'll do it again!
No, that was Mephilis.
Oh god.
Crime scene photograph. A photograph of the victim found murdered in a storeroom. It shows a single bullet wound on the man's back.
We are not calling him Mephilis.
We can call him the Phillies.
No. And now I ask the court to turn its attention to this plan of the establishment where the incident occurred. Please enjoy my art. I worked very hard on it.
Pretty nice.
The proprietor was found in the storeroom where he kept articles pawned to him. A windowless room with a single point of entry. A door to the main shop that was found locked.
Actually, I like how there's even a signature here of who actually drew it. That's kind of a nice touch.
In this sealed chamber, there were only two persons present. The victim, Mr. Windybank, and the accused. It may further interest the court to know that when the accused was discovered at the scene, she had in her hand the gun used to fire the fatal bullet.
well, that's that then, isn't it? Nothing more to say.
Isn't that grubby little... Okay, then.
She's one of those filthy drabs that lives in the slums in the East End.
Well, it was only a matter of time before she got blood on her hands then.
What are the jurors waiting for? The girl's guilty as hell. We can't jump to conclusions here. We mustn't assume her guilt because of what she has to do to survive. Maybe not
good.
phrase it that way.
Oh, good, we're back at it again. My learned Nipponese friend. It is you who mustn't jump to conclusions. Prosecution has barely begun presenting its case.
To be fair, no one here, the gallery jumped to conclusions. No one else.
Conveniently, this appalling act of murder did not go unobserved. There were witnesses.
What?
Hang on, if there were witnesses, then it wasn't the sealed chamber, was it?
Good gracious.
After their testimony, this girl's true nature will be exposed. Pitiful pickpurse, or cold-hearted killer. Here's to establishing the truth.
The court would like to take the floor plan and the firearm into evidence. Hand them to the bailiff, please, Lord Van Zeeks.
At once, my lord.
Crime scene floor plan. A plan of Winnibank's pawnbrokery, the scene of the crime. It shows the relative positions of the map and shop and the rear storeroom.
Yeah, I just noticed something.
Yeah?
Does Van Zeeks have a weapon on him?
He has a
Yeah, he has a
saber.
sword.
Yeah, he has a sword.
Has he always had that?
Yes. Also, fun fact: he actually had an animation where he drew his sword, but they didn't bring it to the final product. But it is in the
Why do
finals.
you all have swords in court? What's up with y'all?
He's an aristocrat. Who cares, right?
Windybank's gun. A gun belonged to the victim, Mr. Windybank, that Gina was holding when she was found unconscious. There were signs of a single discharge.
Anyway, also Naruhodo has a sword anyway, so I mean he doesn't use it, but he has it.
Lewis's point is that both the defense
Oh.
and prosecution have a sword.
Yeah, it's not that he has the sword. It's why do both of them have? Why are so many people armed in court?
This isn't good.
I feel like the mood in here has turned very gloomy all of a sudden, Bruno.
Yeah, welcome to court.
I think that's because it has. Oh shit, the cape's off at the beginning, alright! No silly times!
I thought he was gonna draw a sword there, to be honest.
I will start the proceedings at 2% power. Let us begin. Bring forth the witnesses to the foul murder of Mr. Pop Windybank on 6th April of this year.
It's there!
Here they are.
Oh no.
Now you remember, I'm sure.
Yes, I remember Wario and Waluigi. Witnesses, state your names and occupations for the court.
I don't remember who is who.
Lewis's.
I listed.
I'm this one. I'm this one. Oh god, I made him sound like Waluigi, right?
Yes, he did.
Name's Nash Skulkin. Occupation is baddie. Professional baddie.
Why? Name's Ringo Skulkin. Occupation's, same as it. Tobias Gregson, Scotland Yard Inspector.
That's right. We're what they call
The Three Skulkin Brothers!
Sir, don't leave us hanging.
What are you looking at me like that for? Don't dump me on a few lots.
No sense of showmanship, this one.
Indeed.
Cold blimey, that's cold. Don't you know what we're going through?
You know, the brother, lost contact with we have. So is Scott in every shady corner of the cabinet.
Then last night, we come across you. The very spit of the bloke. Ain't that right, Ringo? Whang!
It is this, he is. The very split of him. Wah.
So we decided there and then what we was gonna do. We was gonna call you, whang. Big brown
Big
Skulky.
brother Skulky.
Oh, sorry, that was my bad. Sorry, Ringo.
Yes,
Whang.
it's fine. Come on, leave it out, you two.
Skulkin? And that's before he's run out of chips.
Well then, Inspector Sulky Gregson. Begging your pardon, my lord, but my name's Tobias. What I would like to know, Inspector, is what are you doing in the witness stand?
Skulkin brothers are currently under arrest, my lord, on suspicion of theft.
Thieves, are they, these three? No, my lord, begging your pardon, but please don't lump me in with this lot.
2 nights ago, these 2 brothers illegally entered an establishment with intent to burgle. And in the course of their nefarious activities, they became embroiled in a far more sinister crime.
By Jove, you mean to say? What an extraordinary coincidence.
Indeed, my lord. While attempting to burglarize the pawnbrokery, they witnessed its proprietor's murder.
Rubble.
Oh my god, he's on a box!
Give a box. It's for my money. Order.
Various trespasses of these brothers is not the subject of today's proceedings. Although at some point it probably should be. Though they will naturally... Why do I even bother? Why? Why do I even bother? Though they will naturally face trial in the very near future.
With your lordship's permission, I'd like to remain in the stand to keep these gents on the straight and narrow. Of course, Inspector.
Don't think about it. Don't think about it. They type out skeptical.
Okay. Skeptical as I am about the caliber of these witnesses, I will permit them to take the stand.
Mr. and Mr. Skulkin, you will now testify before the court. Describe the events of the night in question and what exactly you saw.
I do.
Skulkin, son of a Skulkin!
This is a lot.
Bro, come on!
Get out of it. Doesn't want to do it, bro.
Wait, hang on, is Gregson on the stand or are his fish and chips on the stand?
Yes.
Illegal entry.
He was walking down Baker Street in the small hours, and the Gav's door was ajar. See? Wah.
It was like some kind of sign, begging for us to go in, it was.
But once we got inside, core blimey lummy! We heard a gunshot from the back room. Wah.
We went to see what it was once, but the door was locked from the inside.
We never done nothing, Governor. We never took nothing. We just left after that, nice and quiet.
I bet all my money on that. A terrible coincidence, it would seem.
I trust them.
At the precise moment these miscreants entered the property, an even more sinister crime was afoot.
Doesn't the building have cameras, actually?
Yeah, and they'll probably come into play at some point.
The witness's testimony is consistent with the crime scene in every detail. Though providing access to the storeroom from the main shop was indeed locked from the inside. And within, only the victim and the accused were found. Got a wide range of voices I'm going to bounce off of here, and I am not looking forward to it.
I must say, it does appear to be an overwhelmingly simple case. Still, the defense may cross-examine the witnesses now, of course. Counsel, if you please.
Alright, hear me out, hear me out. It does seem like an overwhelmingly simple case, but if you think about it, since this is an Ace Attorney game, that should immediately tell you that this is not right.
Well,
Yep.
I have news for you. None of us realize that us as characters, we are in an Ace Attorney game,
Well,
so
hold
it is a
on,
simple
hold
case.
on.
Damn it!
Hold on, Naruhodo was there. He kind of saw what happened, so he could probably tell these two guys are lying.
Yep. Counsel,
Yes.
What's the matter, Runo?
Sorry, I was just stunned into silence for a minute by the blatant lies being told by that pair in the stand.
Yeah, actually, didn't they shoot Sholmes?
Yeah, I know that it's all nonsense because I saw it with my own eyes. I'll just have to expose their testimony for the pack of lies it is. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can get an achievement though, so there's gonna be some weird pressings for a bit.
Hold it!
The front door of Windy Banks was ajar, you say? What time of night was this?
Must have been around 1. Right, Ringo?
Excuse me.
Was it 1?
Mr. Ringo Skulkin, do you have something to add?
We need to know, was it 1 o'clock?
what?
Something that was said just now appears to have got you thinking.
Oh, well, yeah, I was thinking about me and my bros, Zoki.
Oh,
Also about my money.
the one you've lost touch with.
Yeah, blimey, he could have been a saint sometimes, that one. Always used to give me a share of grub when we had nothing to eat.
He sounds like a very kind man.
Get out of it! These chips are mine! I'm not sharing!
Just, okay, sure.
Why?
I love it. I love it. What are you trying to suggest? That you had to go in?
Well, God moves in mysterious ways, they say. Don't they, Ringo?
They do, Nash. Well, actually, the Blues Brothers. Nash, they do. Must have been some sort of providence, I reckon.
Excuse me.
The wide eyes, they look more like Pop Team Epic rejects.
Mr. Nash Skulkin, do you have something to add?
Eh? What?
Something that was said just now appears to have got you thinking.
Bold of you to assume I'm thinking. But, oh, well, yeah. I was thinking about me bruv, Sulky.
Oh, the one you've lost touch with.
Yeah, Gore, he could be right nasty piece of work sometimes, that one. Always used to nab me share of the grub when we had anything to eat.
He does sound like a very mean man. So is he a kind man or a mean man? Which one is it?
Which one's the big brother and which one's the older brother?
Hey, what are you looking at me for, sunshine? Oh, you got an achievement. Good for you. But don't look at me anymore.
Okay, I will now see if I can go back. Can I? Oh shit, how do I go back? Okay, there we go.
You did go back.
Alright, we have to press everything, so we're just gonna go back and I'm not gonna interrupt anything. So, the trick to that one is, I don't know where you can trigger it, but I guess you can trigger it at any point. You gotta listen to both of the brothers talk about their third brother. And that's how you get the achievement.
Alright then.
Okay, this is where we left off.
Yeah, I'd say so. Right, Suruki? How would I know? The place would have been shut at 1 in the morning, just like every shop in town.
Well, it was pitch black inside, it's true. It ain't right, Ringo.
Not so sure, Nash. It seems I remember a little light burning inside. What about you, Suruki? Me old mucker.
Oh my god.
Leave me alone.
There definitely was a small lamp burning inside. That's what alerted us to the situation in the first place.
When these gentlemen ventured into the open establishment, the accused, Miss Gina Lestrade, already had the muzzle of her gun trained on the unfortunate victim.
Objection.
That is pure conjecture.
Perhaps. But it changes nothing. His brothers inadvertently wandered into the middle of a cold-blooded murder. Simply because they found the door of the victim's establishment open and ventured inside. Why can't I say the word ventured? What?
They're dealing with the
Right.
Venture Bros here.
Oh no!
Right, that's what happened. Absolutely.
Hold it.
Here. God's will often present itself as the whim of thieves. Does it?
It weren't no whim. Dead sure of that.
It wasn't, Nash, it was. Like we saw at the time.
You don't just find doors open in the middle of the night like that. Nah, there's no two ways about it.
It was a sign that our long-lost brother was inside.
They're not very good liars, are they?
Well, you can't deny it. It also a bloke who looks just like our brother. I said, cut it out.
Those chips are getting a chomping today.
If their brother shows up, I hope he shares the exact same model as Gregson.
A gunshot, you say? Just the one? Are you sure about that?
Yep, just the one, Governor. I can swear to that.
It was, Nash, it was. Ain't that right, bruv? The firearm belonged to the victim himself.
Yes.
Wait, why am I answering you like a brother?
He just gave up.
Yes, Mr. Windybank always used to leave his gun lying around on the counter.
Right, I remember.
When we examined it, we found the revolver was completely out of rounds.
That makes sense. Mr. Windybank always used to say he only ever kept a single bullet loaded.
That's true. I remember him saying that as well.
Though we can say with considerable certainty that only a single round was discharged from the firearm used as the murder weapon. Yes, my lord, we can.
I should remind the court that the firearm in question was discovered in the hand of the accused. Just in case anyone forgot.
We did not forget, but thank you.
Wonderful. Do you mean the door between the main shop and the storeroom?
If my learned friend is having difficulty grasping the situation, perhaps a drawing would help. I'm very proud of it, as you can see. Keep bringing it up every chance I get.
It's up on his Etsy store for 15% off.
Excuse you, I drew this myself.
I actually bought it from that store, I'll have you know.
Excluding the shop's entrance from the street, there is only one other door. That of the storeroom.
Of course, there was only a little oil lamp burning. Not much to see by, wah?
Wow, and the door was hidden behind a curtain and all.
That's right. When we arrived, the door was mostly obscured by the curtain. Tell me, why exactly did you try to open that door?
Eh?
Any normal petty thief would run at the sound of a gunshot, I would think.
Oh, well, your turn to rabbit, Ringo.
That's it, yeah. I suppose, you have to, let's say, a bit normal, eh?
Broadly speaking, humans respond in one of two ways on hearing a gunshot or scream. The timid flee, gripped by fear, while the courageous investigate to see if they might help. These gentlemen are of the latter inclination. My learned Nipponese friend, it would seem, is of the former.
I don't think these guys would help anyone.
Alright, somehow I just proved that I was a coward that night.
Thank you, councils. So, I believe we are all understand that the door was locked and could not be opened. Proceed, witnesses.
Hold it!
You didn't do or take anything. Is that your story?
Well, it was Bedlam soon as, weren't it?
It was, Bash, it was. Didn't even have the time to put up me dukes and over my Lucy lockets.
So with no time to take your hands out of your pockets, you just left. Nice and quietly, you say.
That's right, Governor. Nothing we hate more than violence. Peace-loving nibblers we are, not bludgers.
We are, Nash, we are. Never even pulled me dukes out of me Lucy lockets.
So you'd clearly like us to believe,
Eh? Come again?
as you fled from the pawnbrokers that night, did you not run into anyone else? And did you not fire a gun at that person?
Sakes alive, they fired a gun, you say?
Ah! Blimey, Governor!
You're dead, as it was you though the doorway.
It was.
Why the bleeding Nora?
Did you mention that before?
You were armed with a gun. And as you fled the scene, you fired that gun at London's greatest detective, Sherlock Sholmes. They shot the great Mr. Sholmes.
Did hear that, actually. Oh, you too, huh?
The great Sholmes,
Yeah.
that's beyond the pale.
On the night in question, this pair were arrested by the police within minutes of the discovery of the crime scene. The suspicious countenance rapidly gave them away.
Okay, we're out of time because I have to I know it's a very short video, but I gotta cut it right now, unfortunately. So we will continue on with the Skulkin brothers accusations in the next video. We'll see y'all then.
What
he
happened
was
to the
everyone
Skulkin
now.
brothers? Did they get arrested? Did they actually shoot Sholmes? The answer to that is yes, but we'll find out more next time.
It is Toby actually our long lost brother.